There's one case style nobody talks about that protects the hinge, the inner screen, and the crease without adding a millimeter of visible bulk. Stick around because it's not the one everyone's buying. We're not ranking these by drop rating alone. We're ranking by which ones actually cover the hinge and the inner screen without turning your fold into a brick. So let's start with the pick doing the least of that job for the most bulk. At number 5, the SUPCASE UB Stand case is the one you buy when you want everything built in, and that's exactly why it's here last. It ships with a front frame carrying a built-in HD tempered glass screen protector rated at 95% or higher light transmittance, so you're not shopping for a separate protector at all. The back is drop tested to 15 feet and certified to MIL-STD-810H-516.8, a named military drop test standard with full hinge coverage and 4-corner airbag cushioning. The magnet ring built into the back uses an N52 magnet rated at 1,500 grams force of holding strength for MagSafe style chargers and mounts. Here's the honest catch. That metal ring holder is also a kickstand, and it's the single bulkiest thing on this list. It's a raised, hinged disc sitting proud of the back panel. Great if you actually want a hands-free stand for video calls, but it's the opposite of the no visible bulk brief this video is built around. It also means the screen protector is permanently bonded to the case frame. If that glass gets scratched, or you want to upgrade to a different brand of protector later, you're not swapping a sheet of glass. You're buying a new case. Verdict. This is the pick for someone who wants a kickstand and a screen protector solved in one purchase and doesn't mind the added thickness. If minimal bulk is the actual goal, keep watching. Every case after this gets thinner. At number 4, Spigen's Airskin Zero MagFit flips the entire approach. It's a one-sided polycarbonate shell with no front cover at all. Spigen built this specifically for people who use the fold mostly unfolded and don't want anything wrapping the outer screen. Inside, an N55SH magnet ring delivers up to 60% more holding force than the standard N35 magnets found in cheaper cases, and it's built for Qi2 wireless charging. The hinge gets its own flexible TPU cover, joined to the case body by a resilient connector. And instead of relying on a spring clip that can snap off, the hinge cover is held in place by embedded magnets. The honest catch here cuts both ways. Because there's no front cover, there's zero front lip to fight with a glass screen protector. If you already run edge-to-edge tempered glass on the outer display, this case will never push it up or bubble a corner because it simply doesn't touch that area. But that also means the outer screen gets no protection from the case itself. You are entirely dependent on whatever protector you already have installed because Spigen designed this to disappear, not to cover. Pocket feel matches the minimalist pitch. The smooth PC back slides into denim without catching, though that same smoothness means less grip resistance on a tilted surface like a car dash. Verdict. Best for outer screen unfolded users who already trust their glass protector and want the hinge covered without extra front material. Now, before we get to the next two, there's a pattern worth noticing. Every case so far protects some part of this phone well and leaves another part exposed. The next entry is the first one that tries to cover both the hinge and the crease at once, without going anywhere near SUPCASE's thickness. At number 3, the Pitaka Caseless Feeling Case swaps plastic for woven Aramid fiber, the same fiber family used in aerospace composites, built specifically for the Z Fold 8 Ultra with a black and gray twill finish. It's MagSafe compatible and marketed on being nearly imperceptible in hand, which lines up with the woven texture actually improving grip over bare glass without the tacky feel silicone gets in a pocket. The catch is what's in the box. This is a back cover only. There's no front frame, and Pitaka's own listing doesn't describe a dedicated hinge shield the way the Spigen and SUPCASE picks do. So while the back panel is genuinely well protected and the material resists the yellowing that plain TPU is prone to over time, the hinge and inner screen edges are left to the phone's own build, not the case. That's a meaningful gap for a video specifically about hinge and crease protection. It's the lightest option here, but it's doing the least coverage of the 3 metrics we actually care about in this list. Verdict. This is the pick for someone who's already careful with their phone and wants premium material and grip over maximum coverage. Not the pick if a hinge scuff is your actual fear. At number 2, TORRAS's Magnetic Slim Case is where the raised edge engineering starts getting specific. The screen side bezel sits 2 mm proud of the display, and the camera housing gets its own 1.6 mm elevated lip, both numbers taken straight from the listing. And both matter because that 2 mm bezel is enough clearance to avoid pushing up against an edge-to-edge tempered glass protector, unlike cases with a tight, aggressive inner lip. It ships with 2 precision-cut screen protectors included, so you're not buying those separately. The magnet ring uses TORRAS's N56SH magnets, with what they call MegaMag technology, rated at 18 newtons of holding force. And if we convert SUPCASE's 1,500 grams force from case number 5 into the same unit, that comes out to roughly 14.7 newtons. So on paper, TORRAS pulls noticeably harder than the case we opened with. TORRAS also markets this as 4x military-grade protection. That's brand language, not a named third-party standard like the MIL-STD-810H rating SUPCASE sites. So treat it as TORRAS's own internal testing claim rather than an independently verified certification. The catch: a 3-layer reinforced bumper and raised bezels on both ends add real structure, so this isn't the thinnest case on the list. It trades a bit of the invisible feel for that clearance and magnet strength. Verdict: best for someone who wants premium glass installed without lip conflict and doesn't mind slightly more material doing the job. Before the final pick, here's the thing that separates it from everything above. Every case so far is either one solid shell or an open-face shell. The winner is neither, and that's exactly why it solves the hinge and crease problem the other 4 couldn't fully close. At number 1, the BENKS ArmorGrid Air Grand Combo is a 3-piece kit. A genuine Kevlar magnetic back case, a separate front frame, and a Glass Warrior HD tempered glass screen protector, all installed together. That structure is exactly why it can do what a single shell case can't. The front frame handles the outer screen and crease area, the back case handles the Kevlar reinforced shell and MagSafe style magnetic ring, and a dedicated full coverage hinge cover ties the two together at the fold, addressing the hinge, the inner screen edges, and the crease as 3 separate engineering problems instead of one compromise. And the bulk number is the whole reason it's the winner here. BENKS lists this combo at 1.35 millimeters of added thickness and just 35 grams of added weight, thinner and lighter than every other case on this list, despite covering more of the phone. That's the protects everything without a millimeter of visible bulk case the hook opened with. The honest catch: it supports magnetic wireless charging and works with most circular magnetic accessories, chargers, grips, stands. But BENKS's own product page flags that some wallets or rectangular magnetic accessories may not seat properly because of how the camera housing is positioned. If a MagSafe-style card wallet is part of your setup, check that before buying. It's also a 3-piece install rather than a single snap-on shell, so it takes a few extra minutes to set up correctly the first time. Verdict: this is the case for someone who wants hinge, crease, and inner screen protection genuinely handled, not just claimed, without the phone feeling any different in your pocket than it did without a case at all. So to recap by what you actually need, if you want a built-in kickstand and don't mind extra thickness, SUPCASE's UB Stand at number 5 has you covered. If you already run your own screen protector and want the hinge sealed without touching the front, Spigen's AirSkin Zero at number 4 is the move. If premium material and grip matter more to you than hinge coverage, Pitaka at number 3 delivers that trade-off honestly. If you want maximum magnet strength and screen protector clearance built in, TORRAS at number 2 gets you there. And if you want the hinge, the crease, and the inner screen actually protected without the phone feeling any bigger in your hand, the BENKS ArmorGrid Air Grand Combo at number 1 is the one worth the extra install time. Links to every case in this video are down in the description in the same order we counted them down. If this saved you from buying the wrong one, tap subscribe. We're covering the rest of the Z Fold 8 Ultra accessory lineup next.